Hello, everyone. Welcome back. I'm Troy with the Troy Hansford team. We're going to talk today about home warranties. We get a lot of calls and interest about, what are home warranties? What do they cover? What's it all about? So I thought I'd bring a guest on today to get those questions answered. Stand by. Okay, so today we've got Robert Bird with Fidelity National Home Warranty with us. Spend a few minutes telling us, why you need a home warranty or how important they are and when you own a home. So welcome, Robert. Thanks for taking the time to chat with us.
I appreciate you inviting me, and I'm excited to be here. So
let's just jump right in if that works for you.
You got it.
So what do you feel are the pros and cons of having a home warranty?
So actually, I'll break it down to be the buyer and the seller initially here for benefits, because for the buyer, it's pretty obvious. You're going to have a budget protection, and it's really a home warranty is there to protect you from when a system or appliance breaks down and save your pocketbook, right? It's going to save you money for the buyer. And it could be thousands of dollars saved because we could be replacing a furnace, an AC, or a water heater. Those are big ticket items. So it's really, really important that they get the home warranty from that standpoint, especially when purchasing a home, because then, a lot of times people extend themselves a little bit, and surprises for a new furnace could be detrimental and maybe they go into debt. So this is really helpful from that standpoint. The buyer, it's really, really, I think, beneficial for the buyer. And then for the seller, it's really a protection for them because it's peace of mind. After they sell the home, the last thing they want is to get a call to say that a buyer is upset because the dishwasher went out a couple of weeks later. And home warranties, 80% of the time, will solve any problem that really comes up after the sale. So that's really beneficial. And with our product, the seller can actually get coverage and home warranty for free during the listing period. So they can get some coverage too from that standpoint. And from the real estate listing agent perspective, again, it's a protection because it can resolve a lot of issues that happen after the sale. And so it's peace of mind that way too.
Very good. And I'd asked you about the cons, and I'll throw out mine. In all the years, of doing this, probably the only con that I've ever come up with is you had it and you didn't use it, which is kind of like, I didn't wreck my car this year, so I paid for my home, my auto insurance and didn't use it. But, it's kind of a good problem to have, I guess, if you don't have anything come up in the whole year.
Yeah, that's certainly, especially with people that they might even forget they have it after they've been in the house for 6 months or so. And so, but really one of the other things that I think is kind of a con for the home warranty is that things take a little longer to maybe fix, because the process is quite different than just calling your plumber because the water heater's leaking. They'll come out maybe the same day or, maybe the next day, but they might be able to replace that right there on the spot. And you pay $2,500 to get that done and get done in a few hours. Where if you use the home warranty, there's a process that has to take effect and approvals of getting work done and communication back with the customer to say, here's what we found. So we're always going to try to fix it first, but if we can't, we will replace things. So, but that, to me, they got to be patient to save that money, You
bet. Yeah, that makes sense. And that actually segues into my next question was, so I've got a big, I've got a home warranty, big ticket item, and my furnace goes out. So what does that look like? What are my expenses, as the homeowner?
Absolutely. And it really depends on the plan they get. So there's varying degrees of plans. We have like a standard plan to all the way to the Enhanced Plus plan, and they cover different things. But really, when you're talking those big ticket items, the comprehensive option from our company, and lots of companies have different names for it, but that covers more. And what I mean by that is when you've got a furnace that goes out, that's been there for years, 20 plus years, things change for codes. As well as just, modifications that may be done. So with Fidelity, we don't have a dollar limit for covering that furnace. We replace it with the minimum efficiency standards, mandated by the government. Unless the unit we're replacing is higher efficiency than that, then we're going to go ahead and match that efficiency. So that's the first thing. So no dollar amount limit, which is really, really good coverage. But then there's things that a permit needs to be pulled. There's code violations that probably need to be updated, that, from the old unit to the new unit, but different changes. So within our plans, we cover up to $250 for code violations and $250 for permits, and even up to $1,000 for modifications. So it's important to know when you get a home warranty, it doesn't mean that you won't have any out-of-pocket costs, especially when you're talking about a replacement of a furnace. So there's always this, what we call a service trade call fee, which is $75. And that allows us to get to the home with the technician, diagnose the problem, and then we go from there with the replacement if we need to, if we can repair it. So there would be some out-of-pocket costs, when we're talking about a furnace, an AC, or a water heater.
Sure. But it's $75 versus $5,000.
Oh, yeah. I mean, absolutely. It gets really expensive for these big ticket items, and that's the insurance thing. You don't have insurance on your car and you wreck it. That's a big problem. Yeah. Same thing with your house. It's kind of like you just want to be prepared for that. And if you have some patience and you want to save a boatload of money when something like that goes out, it's worth it.
And you talk about insurance. I've found that some homeowners think that their homeowner's insurance will cover a furnace or an AC, and they're disappointed when they find out that it doesn't cover those type of items. So it's nice to have that home warranty. How is it? Is it pretty simple to file a claim? What's that process look like?
Yeah, absolutely. So that we just have an 800 number. It's there 24 hours a day, so they can call us up and place the claim. And, we're going to have our technician, we're going to hopefully know who's going to be out there at the time they call. And the majority of the time we do. So we know that, XYZ plumbing company will be there to look at the heater. Just let them know the company name and the phone number. But our technicians have up to 48 hours to contact the customer. I can tell you that doesn't really happen. It's usually the same day if it's early in the morning, and then maybe the next day in the morning. And then from there, it's just arranging the time for them to get together with the customer that meets both everybody's time frame.
Very good. So kind of my last question here is, a lot of people that I know are watching this video now and say, well, I'm not buying or selling my home. I've been in my home for 10 years. Is it possible for me to get a home warranty?
The answer to that question is yes, absolutely. We call that direct to consumer. As you know, Troy, we work through lots of purchases from that standpoint. Obviously, that's the best time to purchase a home warranty. However, they can certainly call you and you can refer them to me. That would be what I would recommend. And then I can go through all the questions they have, get it all set up. The only difference between when you get it through the purchase transaction is it starts immediately on the day of closing. Whereas if it's after 30 days since the purchase of the home, they want to get a home warranty, they would have what's called the 30-day wait period.
Okay. So
there would be a time frame where the 12-month policy starts after 30 days.
That makes sense. You bet. Yeah. Well, great. Well, this has been very insightful. I think some good information that I hope you all enjoyed. And if you have any questions, give us a call, shoot us an email. We'll get you set up with Robert if you do want to pick up a home warranty for your house. And as always, if you know someone that would benefit for our real estate service, please reach out to us. We'd love to help those folks out. Take care, and we'll talk to you soon.
All right. Thanks, Troy.
Bye-bye.